welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about the purse that has taken me just by total surprise of how much I really enjoy using it, and that is Rough Tumble's Large Jenny. So stay tuned to see all my thoughts, all my feelings, all my ramblings about this bag and so much more. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. Hit the notification bell right next to that so you don't miss any of my future content, and hit the like button for this video if you want to see more content like it. Okay, you guys, I will most definitely do my normal weighing of the bag and measuring it and all of that. We'll compare it to Rough Tumble's measurements that they have on their website. But first, I just wanted to kind of talk to you about how I got to the point of the Jenny in my life. So on the groups that I'm in on Facebook, which are Rough Tumble groups, and then there's one group called Bagpalooza that is just any and all bags are welcome to be sold and talked about there. People have been talking about the small Jenny. It comes in two sizes, a small and a large, and they've been talking about the small. And the hard part about Rough Tumble sometimes is that their sizing is so hard to get a grip on. And I guess it's because they measure from seam to seam. And so then sometimes the seams curve in, and the way they sew it or bind it together can shorten it a little bit. So it's really hard to get a grip on it sometimes, okay? At least it is for my little brain. It's just hard. But everybody's been talking about the small Jenny. They came out with these Jennies months back, maybe end of last year. I can't really remember. Maybe it's the beginning of this year. And I and my friends to one another were like, mark us safe from the Jenny. You know, the flap on the top of it looks cumbersome and annoying, blah, 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 blah. Well, then, like everything else, you start seeing it more. You start seeing people using it. This is how advertising works, right? When things are advertised to you, you might at first be like, I don't need it. And then you see it multiple times and you're like, wait a second, maybe that would work in my life. No, I don't need it. And then you finally end up at, I need this in my life. It will 100% totally revolutionize the way I carry my stuff, which is not true about any purse. However, I kept seeing the small Jenny, the small Jenny, the small Jenny, the small Jenny. And on some people, because they have a smaller frame, it looks huge. And on other people, it looks tiny. And so one of the administrators in one of the groups, she did a live video of what fits. People post up constantly of what fits in their Jenny, and they show what all fits, but without having your hands on it, it's just so hard to know. Well, at the beginning of September, there was the biggest sale that they do every year, Rough Tumble, for the Rough Tumble super fans group. And the sale is for everybody, so you don't have to be in that group, but it's very heavily talked about in that group that it's going to be the best sale of the year. So I just really, I want to say I studied the small Jenny. I basically deep dove into the small Jenny on every group I was in to see what people were fitting, how it fit on their frames. I finally found somebody that was about my same height. I think she was 5'2", I'm 5'3". That was about my same height that showed a small Jenny and a large Jenny on her frame. And I thought, wow, that doesn't look as overwhelming as I thought it would. And it holds a lot more, I wanted it to be able to hold my everyday carry stuff with a little bit of drape to it, if that makes sense. And then also I wanted to be able to carry less. If I want to carry less, there's plenty of room, of course, to carry less, but I wanted that little bit of extra room to maybe carry a little bit more if I wanted to carry it as an everyday bag. And so after all of this, going back and forth and putting way too much brain power into the Jenny, I finally landed on, I'm gonna order an in production Windsor leather large Jenny with the meadow lining. So it has the green lining. I'll put a picture of it here. I don't have that yet. So then I was like, okay, to my friends, I was like, if you see a saddle Jenny large pop up in the groups, let me know. These things are highly coveted. So if they pop up, they're gone as quick as they were up. Well, on the other group, in the Superfans group, they do something called Deal or No Deal. And somebody posted up a large Jenny in saddle with the kelp lining, and she was the second owner. She posted it up and was, it's make me a deal. So one of my friends saw it. She hit me up. I told her, I was like, if you see one, text me until I respond. And she did. And I went on there and I made an offer and I got it. I was beyond myself. However, then it put me into this like nervousness of what if I don't like it? I know I'll be able to sell the saddle Jenny when it comes because people are still looking for them. But what if I don't like it and then I still have a black one that's being made? So it was, you know what, it was a risk to place that order, but I think it's definitely one that has paid off. And so here she is. I just got back from brunch. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw I posted this up. I took it to brunch with me and oh, I just cannot be more pleased with how this carries. Something my friend that found it for me, she said, is this like a duffel with like less of a like booty, so it's easier and better carry? And potentially it is. I've also heard comparatively it's a lot like the medium Subway with the different opening. Anyway, I just wanted to share with you guys how unfussy this is. Like, I thought that this would be just way too fussy. It's not. In fact, you can leave this open, and because of this lip, it actually just, the way it holds, it kind of pulls that lip back over it and it just lays like this. And then you have this front pocket here that I always put my phone in, and it makes it so easy for accessing my phone. And the strap here is removable and adjustable, which is awesome because if you want to carry a different strap with it, you totally can. So you can carry this like a pack in the front, which is a little large for me. I don't typically like carrying things in front because it makes me feel like I'm sticking out more, but I tend to carry it like this, where it's on the side or behind me. It sits so nicely behind me. It's just such an easy, I cannot stress how much of an easy carry it is. So what I'm gonna do is flip the camera around and unpack it so you guys can see that, and then we'll do weight and measurements, and that should be it. I will also tell you, I actually, because I got this purse and it's the same as my small 1904 saddle with kelp lining, I went online and I found someone that was looking for that exact bag, and I sold her that because this has won me over. I'm even thinking about customing one in moss with a distressed espresso strap. And that strap would come in handy because I have another bag that it would go with as well. And so it just, I don't know, it is such a good bag, and I do love moss, but I'm holding off. I've actually been selling a lot of stuff. I have had, again, just kind of like enlightening moments where I'm like, why do I have all these purses? I cannot carry them all. It's definitely not something that I want to be taking up so much brain time for me. And I find that, like we do, you get that dopamine hit of finding it and getting it, and it's amazing. And then you go searching for that next dopamine hit. And personally, I'm just kind of sick and tired of that. Well, I have a whole channel about YouTube, have a whole YouTube channel about purses, and it's just super fun. That's what it should be, is just fun. And I need to stop like obsessing. So I've been selling off a lot of stuff. A lot. But that's a whole nother topic, a whole nother video, and I can dive like way deeper into that again at some point. But for now, let's flip the camera around and look at what fits. Okay, so my second desk has not gotten here yet. It's actually supposed to get here today, so hopefully Amazon, you know, I'll see them pulling up. But let's just talk about the features. I'm going to try not to bounce this around too much, but let's talk about the features of the bag. So you do have this outside pocket, like I said. You've got this zipper here and nothing on the back. That'd be kind of cool if they could put like a pocket on the back. I don't think it's really all that necessary with this pocket on the front, and it's just so easy to utilize. So I don't know how necessary that is. Sorry about the lighting. I'm still trying to work through that too. Let me step over here a little bit. It's not as bright as I would like it to be, but I don't know where any of my lights are right now. So, okay, you guys. So you saw the outside. Okay, so here is how it sits inside. I usually have this kind of in the back right here, or in the front, but look at all of this that it holds, and it has these back pockets back here. It's just so roomy, and then stuff can actually stack on top of it too, so it closes easier and sits a little like flatter. Again, sorry about the lighting. This is just where I am right now, but I wanted to get this out because I'm so excited about the style. So the main things are, I've got my Ray-Ban. I actually still have them on my head, I just realized. I've got those foldable Ray-Bans. I've got a slip case. I have my phone bonbon in fire clay. That is my wallet these days. I have a token, and in here I just have my AirPods and my corded headphones. And then I have my twin pencil. Down in here I've got my key fob and my keys. And then in this back pocket back here I have hand sanitizer, and I have a packed with loose powder. I've got a pen in a holder, so in case it does leak, it doesn't get on my purse. And then back here in this one, I've got Daisy's treats and my knife. This also does come with, so now you can see the interior. You've got these 2 pockets here, and you've got this big open compartment here, and it does come with a D-ring and a key leash, so if you wanted to attach something to that, you very easily could. So let me scooch all this out of the way. Movie magic. So we scooched out of the way. I'm trying not to shake this a whole lot, and I'm trying to be out of the light. Best I can do now. So right now, if I was to measure this, side to side, like kind of towards the middle, it's about 14.5 inches across. And then at the top, it gets a little wider and it's about 16 inches, which I thought sounded so huge. But then when you take into account that it actually drapes in the middle and it's just going to get softer and more drapey, like it just makes it so easy to carry. And then top to bottom, you've got about 10 inches there. The actual corners, like right here, it's about, I think online it says 1 inch, but I'm kind of measuring more like 2 inches on that like seam to seam right there, which is really, really generous. And of course the strap just extends and shortens. I don't know the actual like full lengths that it goes to. And now for weight, this is saddle leather, so it may weigh a little bit different from leather to leather, but it's 1 pound, 5.8 ounces. You already saw it on me packed up, and I will pack it up again in just a minute and show you that again, but this is it unpacked. And I'll tell you what, I'll put some pictures in. When I got this and put it on, I was like, holy moly, this is immediate like. Look, you can also wear it like in the front if you wanted. I guess you could probably wear it as like a fanny pack kind of. I wouldn't because it's so big, but it just sits so nicely. The zippers, this is so much less fussy than I thought it would be. Like I said, I kind of keep that open. Let me fill it back up and show you guys with it packed. So here it is, packed back up. And it does have that, like, I mean, you can make it have it. Has that good drape. Now this has everything in it that I just showed you guys that I took out. Now, like I said, I leave that open most of the time, and then I just like stuff my phone right in here, and that zipper is just so smooth. I usually just put my phone right in here. I'm using it right now, so I can't do that. But yeah, I usually just kind of toss that in there, and it just sits in there so nicely, so much extra room, even with the phone in there. But if I were to take out like something that I maybe wouldn't carry if I was going to downsize, is I would take this twin pencil out, which acts as kind of my catch-all. And then I leave like my token. I don't normally carry a slipcase, but they are just such great catch-alls as well. And so now I just have my phone bonbon, let me see if I can hold it up this way. Now I have my phone bonbon, my token, my sunglasses, my keys, and that's about it. Except for the couple things in the back pocket. And look at that. It just gets even drapier. Like, it's just a dream bag. Like, the leather itself is so good, but it just sits so well. For comparison, I do happen to have a small Subway here, a medium, and a large, because my friend sent me these. I'll be doing a video about these 3 in a bit, but you can see, like, against a small Subway, I have it sitting corner to corner. Well, maybe you can see it. The Jenny is longer, but depth-wise or height-wise, it's really about the same. And depth-wise, it's really very similar. So that's the small. This is a medium Subway and the large Jenny. And it's hard to show you because these straps, you know, I could make it easier on myself by taking the strap off of the Jenny because it's detachable. So there you go. The medium Subway is a little bit taller, but overall, very, very similar size. This is what people were kind of comparing it to in size if you have that one. But this is just, it's very comparable to the medium. And then a large Subway, surprisingly, lengthwise, it's like the exact same, but quite a bit shorter in height. And then again, the depth is probably a little bit more in the large, but in the large Subway, but not by much, really. And then just for comparison's sake, I pulled out a small Breeze because that's another like favorite style of mine. And you can see the Breeze is shorter, but the depth is just a little bit more there. So everything I fit in this large Jenny, I can also fit in my small Breeze. It's just a little bit tighter fit and not as much drape, but the Breezes are just so good too. Here is my medium City Safari in the back versus the large Jenny. The depth is a lot more on the City Safari, but The length on the top is actually slightly like longer on the Jenny here, just barely, but it is. So you could definitely carry more in the City Safari. Again, this is a medium. This is the LP strap, so you can do three-way carry with it. One last comparison is another of my favorites. It's the medium Hartley. The length of the Jenny on top is longer here. The depth is definitely more generous in the Hartley, especially the medium, and the height is more in the Hartley. But these just get such good drape as well. And I am becoming such a sucker for front pockets. I have sold a lot of bags now because they didn't have front pockets, and I didn't realize that's what it was, but that is what it was. So I think that's all for the large Jenny. I just realized I was looking over there because I thought that was the camera. You guys, this is the camera. So that's it for the large Jenny. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I will in the future, if I can get my hands on a small Jenny, to do a comparison. I have some friends that have small Jennies that I will try to get to do a comparison of what fits and all that. The small Jenny is very generous, but again, like I said, it would not totally carry everything that I like to carry on the everyday. But this one does, with some extra space in it, which I just loved. So again, I will, in another video, jump into what all I've been selling and why, and my whole mindset behind that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're on the fence about a large Jenny, I mean, I would say go ahead and do it, because they're all at this point like in production. So it just takes some time and some patience, but you will get your hands on them. I will talk to you guys next time. Bye.